Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are reacting to MLS versus Liga MX in the 2026 MLS All-Star Skills Challenge. Welcome to the home run derby three-point contest of the MLS, so to speak. Tomorrow's the game. Today's the fun. Today's the mini games, the skills. Tomorrow we have the All-Star game, of course, and we'll be live for that as well. And we'll review this and the All-Star game. Of course, we'll review this tonight and the All-Star game tomorrow. Either way, I'm doing good. Welcome to the show. There are multiple challenges. How we doing, Henry G? How we doing? Somehow Charlie Rodriguez is on Liga MX All-Star Skills team. I don't get it. That's why I put him on the thumbnail, because it's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. So, here we are. We will go over each tie or each style of game once they're played. So, there we go. Yeah. Who won the vote? It's not over yet. Vote ends Thursday. Oh, Friday. Thursday. How we doing, Dillon? How we doing? How we doing? I mean, both is behind by one the last time I checked. You mean two? Here we go. Getting ready for this one. Okay, we're waiting for this to get started. They ended with a relay this year. It starts in a minute. Well, at least the stream of it starts in a minute now from Apple TV's side of things. But I don't know. But maybe they do bullshit around for 30 minutes before they actually start the thing. Because that's probably what they'll do, as they usually do. I don't know. I don't know. And here we go. Let's find out. Probably won't start instantly, but whatever. Probably won't. Yeah, there's a poll on my community tab. Go check it out. Which I don't really know. 30 votes now. So 40, 40, so 10, 10, 10. That means, I don't know. Son is there for the MLS. They're playing at a baseball field. They're playing skills at a baseball field. This just sucks. Well, if it's still tied by Thursday, I get to make the choice. I think I'll choose both. I don't know. And we got random people representing MLS as well that I don't even know except Ocho Cinco. Why do we do this? Go for the Canada-Jamaica game. FaZe Rug. Who the hell is that? Who the hell is that? You're such an unk, Ryan. I do not care. Okay? I do not care. I mean, I can. I mean, one's at 3 and one's at 7. I can watch both games. One will end at 5, the Canada game, because it's just a group stage match. It will end at 5. I got the review done, and then I'm live for the St. Louis game at 7, which is just 90 minutes as well. So, no complaints. Don't have to be live Sunday either because, well, it's more of a prediction video day anyway, depending on what tournament. I think I'm doing Leagues Cup first, but we'll see. Leagues Cup and Caribbean Cup start next week, so I have to do the prediction videos for that. So I think one's on Sunday because Toronto plays Friday. Then the Saturday games. Either way, I put both because I can. Time-wise, I can. But either way, like, I don't. Point is, nobody asked for the superstars. Nobody asked for the non-MLS players and Mexican players. As I said, if it's a tie, I choose between what's tied. So if it stays 40, 40, and 20, if there's a tie between two of them, it was a three-way tie for a while there. Why are we doing the skills challenge at a baseball field? Like, who asked for that? Second of all, who asked for FaZe Rug? Who asked for Ocho Cinco? Starts at 6:30. Well, it looks like they're coming out. Celine, who? I ain't never. Who asked for her? Who asked for FaZe Rug? Who asked for any of these people to show up? Not me. I just want to see the MLS players. You're an unk. Yeah, I know. I don't care about anything but the sport. Celebrity participants. FaZe Rug will do the shooting competition. Danny Ramirez will do the passing competition. Don't know who that is. Celine Dept will do the crossbar challenge, and Ocho Cinco will do the crossbar challenge. The only one I know is Ocho Cinco. At least I know he loves football. Both football. But, yeah. All I know is Ocho Cinco. That's all I know. But I'm an NFL fan as well. Yeah, they're doing Folderol and bullshit. Touche. But MLS has a white jersey with blue accents. I like the actual All-Star Game jersey better. I do. They're not even talking about the MLS players right now. I say MLS wins tomorrow. Like, there's what, 8 players on Liga MX that ain't even playing? Gilberto Mora, I think, is one of them. So, yeah, no, I think MLS wins. I think MLS ends up winning. Leagues Cup, you'll find that one out on Sunday when I predict that tournament. I don't even know where I'm going with it. I mean, a Mexican team never wins it, but they actually will have games in Mexico this time. So, okay, those boots are kind of cool. Those are. Okay, fair enough. Those are kind of cool. If Miami's part of it, Miami are favorites because Miami are Miami. Nashville made the playoffs, so Nashville's in it, yeah. So the first 4 events will have individual champions of the shooting challenge, passing challenge, goalie wars, and crossbar challenge. 4 celebrity participants will be featured in the shooting, passing, and crossbar. Relay challenge matches, MLS versus Liga MX, in a race against the clock. Shooting challenge, nothing changes here. Nothing changes here. It's the same shooting challenge we've had for years. You have the 2, 5, and 10 targets. The AT&T target roams around the goal as we go for 20 points if you hit it. A one-time hit on that target. Well, they're all one-time hits, but either way. Highest score flashback. Goalie wars is a part of this as well. Evander last year, yep, had the highest score in the shooting challenge. 2 players to set him up. There's a good chance Salah could come to MLS. Yep, there's big rumors about it. Austin was last year, 72 points for Evander. The shooting challenge king, and he's back this year. Let's see if he does it. They just bring out a big throne and just drop it on the field. Yep, last year, 72 points. Yep. Will he do it again? We'll find out. I didn't even watch Raw last night, so I guess it doesn't matter to me. Yeah, Sunday's also SummerSlam. So the All-Star Shooting Challenge today. FaZe Rugg, Thomas Muller, Juan Brunetta, Petar Musa, and Jose Paradella. I can't even tell if the stadium is... I guess it's everybody gets points, and then the winner is the champion. I blame both. FaZe Rugg starts, and he goes down the middle. Oh, my God, this guy's going to suck. Hey, he gets 5 points. Misses, hits the crossbar. That's later, which is something you're not doing. Goes what? 5 points. That's it. Jesus Christ, you suck. And he misses the 5 and the 2. Hook him off the field. He sucks. Crossbar, or post, over the 2. I could do better than that, and I'm not even that good at football. Jesus Christ. He hits the 2. Yay, 7 points. You suck. Oh, he hits the 10. Oh, actually, that was pretty good. 17 points. Hey, he gets 5. 22. Let's see who hit the AT&T button. Well, at least the freaking celebrity ain't going to win the title. I'll tell you that right now. He will not be the shooting challenge champion because these guys will do better than him. All of them. Give him the 5. Let him have it. 22 points for FaZe Rugg. Why the hell are we doing this? They should have gave him the 5. Give him the 5. Give him a charity case. Give him the 5 that he slightly hit. Trash. Well, how good good did Speed do last year? Because I think Speed actually did better. Well, hey, at least the celebrity, hey, that's what we want. We do not want the celebrities to win these things. We do not. So I'm glad. Good job, Garber, you fool. Thomas Muller is next. Thomas Muller. Who will be the shooting challenge champion? Thomas Muller from the Vancouver Whitecaps. Honestly, I don't blame you. They've reset the shooting challenge net. Thomas Muller to take. Lol. A minute for Thomas Muller. Golden Boot winner in 2010 at the World Cup champion with Germany. Also all-time top German goal scorer, the UCL. Now this is a real footballer. Muller hits 5. 10. 15. Missed the 10, but at least he looks like he knows what he's doing. 20 points. He's ahead of FaZe Rugg. 30 points for Thomas Muller. Well, at least he's better than FaZe Rugg. 35 points. 37 points. They won't give him it. 38, 39 points. 44 points. A 5, 10, and a 5 on the top bar. And the AT&T logo ain't out yet, but it's about to come out. Hits the 10, 54. Thomas Muller hits 20 points, 74. Is he tied with Evander? I think that's tied with Evander. And he's ahead of Evander, 79 points. And he almost hit the 5. 79 points for Thomas Muller. Ain't nobody beating that. I think we know who's going to win the shooting challenge this year. And he gets ahead of Evander. No way. You missed FaZe Rugg make an idiot out of himself, and Thomas Muller just beat Evander's record as the shooting challenge king. 79 points for Thomas Muller. German discipline. Thomas Muller. Nobody's going to beat that. They have to hit everything plus the top 10. They have to hit every target to beat Muller. Every target for the last 3 guys who were left. That's not happening, right? German discipline. Thomas Muller. Shooting challenge. And he almost hit that last one, too. Almost did. With seconds left after realizing it wasn't over yet. Oh, he knew he beat Evander's record. That's why he was celebrating. He almost got them all. Ay. It's going to be Thomas Muller, but let's see what happens with Juan Brunetta of Liga MX. Juan Brunetta from Tigres. Juan Brunetta. FaZe Rugg, Thomas Muller, Juan Brunetta. Yep, there we go. Maybe Germany would have won had they had Muller. Maybe. So 2 Mexican players, Brunetta and Paradela. And then it will be Petar Musa. Brunetta hits 5 points. Under the second 5. Hits the 10, 15 points. 25 points. Just wide. 30 points. 35 points. Brunetta has to hit every point. 40 points. He has to hit everything plus the AT&T logo to get ahead of Muller. He was on a good pace, but I don't think he has it now. 45. And there's the AT&T logo. He hits 2. 47. Misses the 10. Misses the AT&T logo. Doesn't hit the other 2. Over the AT&T logo. And it's 47 points for Brunetta. At least everybody's better than FaZe Rug. I guess. So there's a champion, a single champion of each round, of each challenge. Right now, that'll be Thomas Muller, who wins the shooting challenge for MLS. I think the only thing where it becomes league versus league is the relay, and there is goalie wars. Thoughts on each team's all-star kit. I love Mexico's training kit. I don't exactly like MLS's training kit tonight, but I love the all-star jersey, the game jersey, tomorrow's jersey. I love that jersey. Petar Musa up next. Petar Musa from FC Dallas. He scored at the World Cup. And then to finish off, beat Paradela from Cruz Azul. Petar Musa being set up by Evander. Two-time MLS All-Star in 24 and 26, Petar Musa. And he begins his minute, and he misses the 2. You're hitting it off the side, not the freaking target. Come on, man. 0 points for Petar Musa. Come on. Okay, he got 2. 12. 17. Evander's just putting it down for him. He's just feeding him and just, well, it's football, not handball, bro. Crossbar, 22 points. Well, he's tied with FaZe Rug. Just one more. Okay, there we go. 27. Good. Don't want to be tied with FaZe Rug. That's horrible. I guess it's a good thing these are just solo titles. I guess. AT&T logo. I guess, because Petar Musa would be making MLS look like garbage. $27 points for Petar Musa. Does not get the 5. Tries to go for the AT&T logo. 27 points. At least he's not as bad as FaZe Rug. Luigi from Palmeiras to NYCFC. I mean, it's an interesting move. I mean, that must be a talented player if he plays for Palmeiras. So, Musa's not really an accurate shooter. Not from that distance, no. Scores a goal at a World Cup. Can't do a shooting challenge. Weird. That's weird. Weird sport. Musa was not locked in. He sold. Well, the good news is it's a singular. Everybody's fighting for themselves at this skills challenge until the relay. I'm not sure whether Libertadores is starting to include MLS Liga MX, but Jose Paradela, FaZe Rug, Muller, Brunetta, Musa, Paradela. So it looks like Thomas Muller is going to win the shooting challenge. Unless Paradela hits every target. He got the 5 points. They give it to him. Okay, 5 points for Paradela. 10 points, Paradela. Does not. He hits the crossbar first. Crossbar. Or post and a crossbar. 10. Nope. 10. Lovely. 20 points. 22. Ties FaZe Rug. Can you get... He has 24. At least he didn't lose to FaZe Rug. It hit the target and the cross, or the post. 29 points. He has a 10, 5, 3 5s and 2 10s, and of course the AT&T logo will be out now. You know that's worth 20 points, Jose. Yeah, okay, there we go. Low. 10 seconds. 39. Does not hit it, just barely misses it. Oh, just a little bit wide. He got it. I'd give it to him. 59 points for Paradela. Means champion. Thomas Muller is champion of the shooting challenge. That's a good finish at the end. Well, he hit it, though. 2027 is more likely to happen. Yeah, there we go. Thomas Muller wins the All-Star Shooting Challenge. Liga MX would be beating MLS if this was based on team score. but Thomas Muller wins the shooting challenge. That's a record. Thomas Muller wins the shooting challenge. Oh, look, one of the Cooligans shows up at the All-Star game. Alexis, yeah? The one who used to be on Golazo, yeah? Yeah. Why did he leave Golazo, though? Seriously. Either way. But there's the All-Star Skills Challenge, Shooting Challenge trophy. I don't know if, honestly, I wonder if Muller's going to like having that on his mantle or not. Is he too European to enjoy it? I don't know. We'll find out. And Evander's going to do one because why the hell not? Evander's going to do one because why the hell not? I'll put his score down. Evander is a legend's going to do one. Can he get his record back? This is not about competition. They're just going to have him do it. Can he get his record back? Was this a on-the-fly call? Maybe. 7 points. 17 points. Just misses the 5. Just misses the 5. I could tell this was on the fly. Yeah, the way he's playing, this is definitely on the fly. 19 points. 29. Goes down the center. That doesn't win you any points. 39. 44. He hits it. 64. 69. 74. He gets 79. He's tied. He's tied with Muller. He's tied. 79 points. Evander. They share the record. They share the record. And Muller gives him back his crown. Well, they can share the crown now. Unbelievable. Wow. Oh, my God. Yes. He's unbelievable. That was awesome. If he just got that other 5, if he didn't spend like 3 shots just hitting that middle placard, he might have got them all. He might have got them all. Damn. This close. He did hit it the last second. Wow. Well, that's called awesome. He tied the record. Oh, look, the mascots. Why does Charlotte's mascot give off Pokemon vibes? It just does. Ambulatory football. That just gives off Pokemon vibes. Crossbar challenge. And goalie wars. There's only like 2 goalie wars, so maybe there is just 2 goalies. I mean, there are teams that have mascots. I mean, yeah, Pokemon. I like Pokemon. Yeah. So that was one done in the skills challenge. They got closer. They got there quicker in the first title, or the first round that I thought. So, see how I should check on those. Oh, McLaren commercial during the All Star Skills Challenge. Cool. CONCACAF Central American Cup, match 1. Oh, it's 7-2 at 9. Really? Okay. So, we're minutes away from Verdes and Motagua beginning. Also, Paramount Plus got the rights to the Central American Cup, Caribbean Cup, and the Champions Cup. You love to see it. So, in the US of A, Fox does not have the rights to the Champions Cup anymore. Paramount does. You love to see it. I just wanted to get all Fox. The fact we might have a chance of SpongeBob simulcasting the final and calling the final, that's awesome. The minuscule chance we have of that happening, awesome. Just like the NFL. I mean, they did it for the NFL. But they didn't do one last season. Well, whatever. I'm excited to make some good money next month, says Isaiah. If I don't get a marketing job in LA, I can rest assured I'll be able to pay rent for a quality apartment in LA. Hey, what you got to do? I mean, that's just a smart financial decision, but either way. Now, if Ellison's the reason they didn't do the SpongeBob NFL game this past season, well, that just sucks. But they have enough money to spend for sports properties. They just got the CONCACAF rights, so Vincent Janssen to Portland to replace Mora. Yeah, I think that's a good move. Different. It's a different. What's the word? It's definitely a different. It's definitely a different profile, but either way. And here we go, the All-Star Passing Challenge. 60 seconds. So that's the passing challenge next. You have to hit all the targets. So it's about who hits all the targets. I guess it's going to be timed. Highest score flashback. Wouldn't it be the lowest time? Either way, Ricky Pooge, 2023. Or no, 2024. Yeah, 2024 and 22 seconds for Ricky Pooge. Elias Montiel versus Tim Ream. Carlos Rodriguez versus Carles Gil. Danny Ramirez versus Son is the passing challenge heats. Elias Montiel. Tim Ream versus Elias Montiel. Who gets the win? And I guess the fastest time will go and be the champion of the passing challenge. And whoever hits the center target wins. Tim Ream hits the low target. Montiel hits the target. Now they go for the middle basket with the Dawn logo on it. And Tim Ream gets both. Trying to get that big target. He got it. Gets the circle target. Tim Ream gets to the middle logo. Montiel's only on one. Can Tim Ream get there? No, he does not. Hits the side of it. He gets it. Tim Ream wins. 33 seconds. Tim Ream wins. Beats Elias Montiel. Remember when Boosie sold in the challenge? Yeah, I remember. Wasn't that the same year as Ricky Pooch? I did not expect Tim Ream to win that challenge, but okay. Good on Tim. Good on Tim. Tim Ream versus Elias Montiel. Tim Ream wins. 33 seconds to go. So he's still got... Somebody could be faster, but it's 60 seconds. So 26 seconds. 26 seconds. Ball playing defender. Charlie Rodriguez for Liga MX. Oh, God. You better not lose. Whoever's against him, it is Carles Gil. Carles Gil versus Charlie Rodriguez. If you lose Carles Gil, you get your chain snatched. I don't care. You better not lose to Charlie Rodriguez. Carles Gil he gets it into the small target. Gets it into the Don basket. Gets it into the, nope, almost did get it into the circle target. He does now. The big square. He's on 3. He gets 4. He opens up the Dawn logo. Carles Gil wins. 38 seconds to go. Carles Gil wins. He does not get his chain snatched, and I think he did do it faster than Tim Ream. He did do it faster than Tim Ream. MLS passers dominate. I think Charlie Rodriguez got his chain snatched. What a player. Well, then again, did Charlie Rodriguez ever have a chain in the first place? But you can't lose to Charlie Rodriguez. I don't care. You can't. You can't. That's going to be horrible for the look of MLS. For somebody who's that good of a playmaker, yeah, no. You can't lose to Charlie Rodriguez. You're going to get your chain snatched. Can't get your chain snatched by Charlie Rodriguez. That's just impossible. Which means now we got Danny Ramirez versus Son. Captain America Brave New World. I never seen it. I didn't know he played in Top Gun Maverick. Okay. And Heung-min Son at the World Cup didn't do a damn thing. Monaco wants Eric Lira. Danny Ramirez versus Heung-min Son. Let's see how he does. Gets the small target. Yep. Gets the basket. No, he does not. He was going down the middle. Okay. Okay, good. Doesn't get the circle. I guess he wants to get the circle first. He almost had it. They're both on 3. Trying to loft into the Dawn bucket. He does. 29 seconds to go. Son unlocks the Dawn logo before Danny Ramirez does. Almost hits it. Son, don't lose to a celebrity. And they're both on it. Son is washed. I don't care. Brother's washed. They have 8 seconds to go. Brother is washed. Oh, he wins at the last second. He wins at the last second. He is washed. He is washed. Atlanta United's interested in Darwin Nunez. I heard the same rumor as well. Carles Gil broke Ricky Puig's record. He did it in under 22 seconds. Son almost lost to a celebrity. He's washed. I do not care. He is washed. The first half of the season, the World Cup, this. I know he scored a couple of goals recently after the World Cup. The man is washed. Like, I do not care. The man is washed. How many records getting shattered tonight? I'm not sure. Street's going to remember this. Well, are they going to do a Tim Ream versus Carles Heel final for the win, I guess? 2 best times played the final. I guess that's what they're doing. It looks like it. It looks like that's what they're going to do. Tim Ream versus Carles Heel. So it's not about the time they do it in. Oh. The fastest earns the bye to the final. So Carles Heel is in the final. Tim Ream versus Son is going to be facing each other to play Carles Heel in the final. So Tim Ream versus... That's what it looks like to me. Tim Ream versus Son. And then the winner will play Carles Heel to win the shooting challenge. It's an all MLS Final 3. Well, I mean, he played in Tottenham for how long? I mean, that makes sense. Tim Ream versus Human Son. They start. Tim Ream gets the first one, gets the Dawn basket. Jesus Christ, he's on fire. Oh my God, he might be breaking the record. That's 4 already. 10 seconds. It only took him to hit 4. Tim Ream beats him. 42 seconds. That's a new record. That's a new record. 18 seconds. 18 seconds. Tim Ream. You thought the first one was good. How about the second? Insane. Just one shot, everything but the middle target. And he gets it, 3 shots? Oh my God. Actually, no, Son, you did just get your chain snatched. Tim Ream just beat Son. Like that. Jesus Lord. That's called getting your chain snatched. Tim Ream versus Carles Heel for the final. The winner of the shooting challenge. Who will it be? And Tim Ream already broke a record. Tim Ream's 1-2. Passing top seed, 21 seconds for Carles Heel. Tim Ream just broke the record. 18 seconds in the semifinal. Can he do it again? Carles Heel versus Tim Ream. Carles Heel taking a little bit of a closer run. They both get the first one at the same time. Tim Ream gets the second one. He's on his third. Carles Heel gets it. It's tied, 2-2. Tim Ream gets 4. He's on the final logo. Carles Heel needs to make some ground, get the square target. Tim Ream has not hit it yet. He has a chance. Carles Heel gets it in there. I thought he did, actually. And Tim Ream wins. Tim Ream wins. Tim Ream wins the passing challenge. Wasn't as fast as the semifinal, but it doesn't matter. Carles Heel couldn't get the square target. Tim Ream had time to get the middle target, and he got it. The hometown Charlotte player wins in Charlotte the passing challenge. The old man wins the World Cup. Veteran wins. Tim Ream. Somehow Mopao hasn't scored on Verdez yet, by the way, which is crazy, but it's 0-0 over there. Just keeping an eye on it. Tim Ream. Champion of the passing challenge, Tim Ream. Awesome, Tim Ream. So that's 2. That's 2 down. Shelter in place. That guy looks like Vrabel. Rain delay, I guess. I guess it's a rain delay. Rain, rain, go away, come again some other day. I think, aren't we? Well, that was, of course. And this is what happens. I think the severe weather risk, convective outlook, was right over Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look at the Storm Prediction Center. Yep. In the slight risk. Well, a little bit of a tornado risk as well. Yep, as always. We did the rain dance well enough. We only had 3 rain delays during the World Cup. Here we are. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see some. That's Virginia. Okay. Tornado warning in Virginia, by the way. South of Williamsburg, by the way. Not that anybody's watching from there, but... And also a tornado warning north of Durham. Where would Charlotte be? Charlotte, North Carolina. Where is that? Close to Durham? Huh. I'm trying to figure this out here. Okay, I'm trying to figure this out. Charlotte, North Carolina. Trying to figure this out here. It's close to Harrisburg. All right. Like you would think it would show up on the freaking... Okay, it's to the south. On the middle of the state. Okay. Okay, so if we look at that radar. Oh, there's a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, that makes complete, utter sense. Okay. Severe thunderstorm warning in Charlotte. There we go. Okay. Yep, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's, yep, I see it. Do you watch anything on Apple TV these days? Maybe Ted Lasso? Yep, I think it's going near Spartanburg to the south. There's your warning. So. That's the big warning. Okay. The big warning, it's just to the edge of Charlotte. Like it's getting split. The difference is being split between two severe thunderstorms in Charlotte. There is rain there and there is thunder around the stadium, but it doesn't look like the rain's going to hit the stadium. It's splitting the difference. So, from what I can tell, thunderstorm alert. They are in a severe thunderstorm warning, but it looks like both cells are splitting the difference. But they're in the polygon, so respect the polygon. Respect the polygon. As always, respect the polygon. Even though it's not a tornado warning. You still should respect the polygon. The fact the players are still out, that tracks. Okay. Tracks. Next Pro, MLS Next Pro, that's going to be a 40-minute delay. Probably. Speaking of, be a good time. Take a short break. We're back. Awesome. Wonderful. Love to hear that. Congratulations. I guess they're showing the old MLS All Star Skills challenge from last year during the rain delay. So, at least I didn't miss anything. I don't think. Don't think I missed anything. The Jays are actually delayed right now too, but they're in Washington, D.C., so makes sense. I think it may have backfilled, actually, the weather in Charlotte. Either way, Paris Saint-Germain and Juventus are both in talks with Parma for Zion Suzuki. I hope he goes to PSG. Oh, God. I mean, if Xabi Alonso wants him, that's fine. Oh, okay, that's halftime hoax. I'm like, oh. Checking out the Central American Cup game. Problem is I don't know when this thing is going to be over. This rain delay is going to be over. So it is 0-0. It's not 6 minutes. Okay, there we go. Luis Vega of Motagua scores a penalty in the 23rd minute. I wish I could check Paramount Plus through Apple TV. That'd be nice. But probably not on Galazzo, but let me check some. Let's see if we could. Yeah, they're showing last year's skills challenge while we wait. It shouldn't take that long for the weather delay to be over, I would assume. But what other players should Chelsea sign? I have no idea. Whoever Xabi wants. Oh, wait, it is on there. Okay, it is on Galazzo. Awesome. Corner for Motagua. They're up 1-0. Ball crossed in. Top of the box. Cleared away by Verdez. Verdez at home in Belize. Olympia Mixco at 9 on Galazzo. That's a save. What the hell was he doing? Oh, my God. That or NFL star in the host city. One of these days, we need to see Shedeur Sanders be featured in the Skills Challenge. That'd be awesome, but what does he know about football? I mean, association football. At least Ocho Cinco tried to play. I mean, Ocho Cinco's there, by the way. As I said, he's the only one I know anything about of the celebrities. Okay, no, I've seen a couple of Celine's TikToks or Reels. Like when she met Cristiano and all that. Okay, I know who Celine is. Okay, maybe there's a little bit of like, why the hell are we bringing the celebrities here? But either way, I do not know. I did not know FaZe Rug, and I do not know Danny Ramirez, was it? I know Ocho Cinco because I'm also an NFL fan, and I grew up when he was playing on the Bengals. So there you go. I was a fan of him back then. And the Patriots. Former Patriot, by the way, for 3 weeks before Bill got tired of his shit. Of course. Before Bill got tired of his shit. But either way. I just hope Shedeur would do better than FaZe Rug. I'd have more fun watching Shedeur. I agree. Motagua are the heavy favorites against Verdez. Yes, for sure. Verdez actually going forward, though. We'll pay attention to the Central American Cup until we get back to the Skills Challenge. I feel like that makes sense. And it's on Pluto, so great. Verdez jerseys. It's only 1-0, which is kind of surprising to me. KD or LeBron at the skills challenge would feed families. They got JB, LeBron, and Embiid, the real big three. That's stuck in my head for some reason. Motagua going forward. Here's a chance. Cross cleared. Oh, my God. I'm surprised they haven't allowed a goal, Verdez. A second goal. An open play goal. Motagua are bottle jobs. Wait. Is that Jesus Baptiste? When did he go to Motagua? Ah, well, good for him. That's Jesus Baptiste. Former Toronto FC 2 player. Ah, well, good for him. Good for him. If the Raptors beat the 76ers in the playoffs and Kawhi's on the team, trust me, I have a Raptors version of Man on the Sixers ready to go. I really do. I got a LeBron Slayer version in the chamber. I got one ready to go. I got the idea ready to go. Don't worry. They got Scotty Barnes, Kawhi, and CMB, the real big three. They gave up B.I. because they needed change. And you got to say his name. His name is Kawhi. I'm talking about the LeBron Slayer Kawhi. I'm asking you to say his name. Whatever. Well, we got to end the LeBronto memes, don't we? There's a good chance of that, don't we? I guess. RJ or IQ not playing a part. CMB means more. I mean, hey, they did the Sixers version. They couldn't put Maxey or VJ in there. We got more than a big three, just like the Sixers, but they gonna need CMB to stop LeBron and Embiid. It's not a slide against RJ or IQ, but just like the Sixers version where they couldn't fit in Maxey or Edgecombe. So they put in either way. Fair. Throw back to Minnesota, DSC vlogging the whole damn time and not goalkeeping. Keep him that way. 30th minute. Why do I have a feeling that it will end up being Raptors versus Sixers at some point in the playoffs? Why do I have a feeling it's going to happen? The story is the same. The players change. Most of them have changed. You still got Kawhi versus Embiid, but LeBron's there with the Sixers, and Kawhi's back with the Raptors. But you got Scotty Barnes and CMB and Quickly and RJ, and I'm interested to see. Honestly, I'm interested to see on what Kyle Lowry thinks of this. Raptors or Sixers? I would hope Raptors, but, maybe DeMar DeRozan. Maybe DeMar DeRozan's back. They couldn't even put a tarp over the baseball field. Oh, that minor league team gonna be pissed. Well, Alan Graves, yeah. Alan? Honestly, I thought the Raptors players at the Summer League, I thought they played well. I thought Alan Graves played well. I thought our Summer League team, our prospects looked really good. I really did. I know we didn't make the top 4, but that's really hard to do. Make the top 4 at the Summer League. I thought our prospects played well. They looked, I think we got a good set of prospects, especially our draft picks. So, because I never should question. At this point, I should stop questioning anytime they do a draft pick. When they're like a nobody I've never heard of, just let it cook. Never question a Raptors draft pick ever again. Even with Bobby Webster, never question a Raptors draft pick. It's going to be fine. It's a good pick. It's a good pick. Never question it. Because there's a rain delay at the skills challenge, by the way. So we're trying to see what happens here. You try what for a TikTok? The Caesar snack wrap that they just put on Apple TV commercial? I'm not. I'd rather just have a regular snack wrap with a ranch. Like, and here's the thing about the snack wrap in my book. 34th minute, Motagua leads 1-0. This is why Motagua are bottle jobs. Anybody would beat the shit out of Verdez 4 or 5-0 if they were a big club in Central America. Motagua only beats them 1-0, and it's on a penalty. Is that yellow or cream? Jesus Lord. Is that Motagua jersey yellow or cream? I can't tell. And Fanatics made it? Oh, well, yeah, I can see why the color choice is so bad. Mainly the sauce. Honestly, I'd rather just have a ranch. I'm not really a fan of Caesar sauce, Caesar dressing. At least, well, either way. Okay, no, I think I've had Caesar chicken pasta that wasn't bad, but one, you haven't had Chick-fil-A ranch. Second of all, agree to disagree. Weather delay, still under a rain delay. Either way. Okay, no, I mean, we did have, Forsberg goal. Oh, okay, or assist. Okay, that was pretty cool. Against Orlando, that was pretty cool. Now they're just showing highlights. I guess what? They didn't expect a rain delay? Oh, they brought Julian Hall in. That's why they're showing the highlights. They're interviewing Julian Hall. Okay. Steak, white rice, and green beans. That does sound pretty good. I haven't ate dinner yet. I guess that's after this game. Whenever this ends, I'll eat something. Which, God knows when that'll be. I mean, God knew when that would be before the rain delay. Now we certainly... What's that for? Well, I haven't ate. God knows when that'll be. To be fair, I did sleep in a good bit. What? What's with the gasp? That sounds right. Good. Rory's showing off. Okay, I'm glad that I would. Okay, the emojis were a choice, but okay. I haven't ate. God only knows when I will eat after this game's over. Because when will it end? Is the question. Or this a show or whatever. This event. Yeah, event's a better word. Medium rare steak. Yeah, medium rare. You got to go medium rare. Medium rare. Medium is pushing it for me. Medium rare. You love your choice. It's fair. I mean, I'm not saying white rice is bad. I like Japanese white rice. Okay, it's got to be Japanese rice in the rice cooker. Yeah. I mean, I think I've eaten rice with steak before, but it's got to be Japanese rice, not minute rice. There's a difference. Japanese rice, sushi rice, in the rice cooker. Has to be. I'm not really a fan of minute rice, to be honest. Brown rice. I've had it like once. Once like eating Japanese rice all the time, it's hard for me to eat any other type. It really is. It really is. To be honest. But of course, I mean, that's the way. Of course, the fact my mom lived in Japan for 4 years when she was younger, and we have a rice cooker and all that, we can find the Japanese rice. I mean, there's different. What's the word? I grew up in a different way that makes it where if it ain't that, I really don't want it. Jasmine long grain rice only with my steak and make a glazed sauce to dip the steak in. Fair, but again, Japanese rice is utilitarian. You can eat it with anything. It works. Utilitarian. It's utilitarian, especially if you have a good rice cooker, like one of the Zojirushis. It's called a rain delay happens, son, and it's still under a rain delay. We got 3 challenges to go. We have the goalie wars as well, and there's a rain delay. Crossbar challenge, whatever the other challenge was, and the relay challenge, and the goalie wars. This will take a while. It's fine, son. It's fine. 1-0 to Motagua Verdes with 5 minutes to go before the half. But again, only scored a penalty, Motagua. Besiktas had their talks stalled with Mo Salah. He is coming to MLS, isn't he? Okay. Wonder where. It can't be LAFC. Probably won't be the Galaxy. Sadly, Bob Bradley ain't coaching a team. Oh, it could be Red Bull still. Do you know how much Bob Bradley talks about coaching Mo Salah when he coached Egypt? Do you know how much? He says it all the time. It sounds like from Egyptian media, it sounds like he's going to MLS, or there's a big rumor about it. NYCFC, I could see it. I'm not sure. I mean, of course, Orlando just got Griezmann, so there's that. I don't know exactly. When did Bob coach Egypt? Like 2013, 14, somewhere in there? Early 2010s? I think it was actually during the Arab Spring, actually. He actually, I think, yeah, it was during the Arab Spring. So like 2011, 12, 13, like in that little time period, yeah. But he did, though. Of course, Salah was coming through at Chelsea at the time. Actually, if I remember correctly, yeah, 42 minutes. But nil 1 to Motagua. Verdez is somehow not allowed more than one goal. Motagua are actually bottle jobs. They actually are bottle jobs. You think I was kidding? Saprissa would have beat Verdez 5-0. Any big club would actually beat Verdez unless Verdez just got actually good, which I'm sure they've gotten better because they've been in Central American Cup year after year after year for the most part. Except that 1 year Port Loyola made it. Verdez, Port Loyola, Verdez. Yeah, 3 out of 4, I think. Bob Bradley actually has a ring when he won MLS Cup with a Fire, yet he couldn't bring that to New Jersey, LA, or Toronto. Yeah, but that was MLS in the prehistoric era, so that's that doesn't. I mean, good for him. It was one of the better seasons in MLS history as well. Also with a pretty much expansion club at that time. But it was during MLS's prehistoric era, which that kind of blunts it. But you know, whatever. Medium rare, good. It took me, like as a kid, I did eat well done. Probably until I was in junior high. Then I went medium well for a while, then medium, and then I got to eating medium rare steaks by grade 10, I would think. Yeah. So I'd say I started going down the rungs. It looks like it's drying out a little bit. It looks like it, so that's good news. They're doing interviews now, which might also be good news. I got more used to rare. What, you mean? Whoa. I don't think I would go under medium rare. I don't think I would. I'm not going that far. 1 minute of stoppage time. But I think when I was like in grade 5, I started eating medium well instead of well done. Took me to like grade 7 to get to medium proper. And then by grade 10, I was eating medium rare all the time. Red meat. Medium rare has enough red meat for me. There's enough of a red core there. I don't know if I'd go rare or like just seared. And then just like straight up sear the edges and then boom, done. I don't know if I can. I couldn't go rare straight up. And it's halftime, 1-0 to Motagua. Straight up rare, couldn't do it. Seared outside and uncooked rest of it. Just a little bit above it, but definitely not medium rare either. Don't know if I can do that either. I don't think I'll go under medium rare, but I've been eating medium rare for over 10 years now. mean, I will say I think I was fluctuating between medium and medium rare from grade 8 to grade 10. I mean, sure, why not? If you have a gift card for it, you might as well. So 1-0 at the half of the Motagua game. It looks like the Storm is passing Charlotte. It's on its way out. It's on its way out. I think we'll be back in about 15, 20 minutes, give or take. $15, 20 minutes, give or take. Oh, wait, this is doing pretty good. About 15, 20 minutes, give or take. I think we'll be back. From what I can tell. Maybe 25. Well, yeah. Cross and volley challenge. Oh, wait, this might be last year's. Yep. Last year's, yep. Last year's cross and volley challenge also allows me to sneak in an extra YouTube video during my time there because I can review the fall foods or vlog the experience. Nice. I'd rather buy the food than the merch too if I went to Disney World, which frankly don't want to, or Disneyland. Frankly don't want to. I'd rather go to Paramount Canada's Wonderland. I know it's just Wonderland now. I know. I'm making a joke. I don't know if I exactly would want to go to Wonderland just as Wonderland, but if it was still Paramount's Canada's Wonderland, that would have been awesome. I don't want to ride something called Flight Deck. I want to ride something called Top Gun. I wish I could have... I wish if the pirate was called, I could line up a joke where, because Canada's Wonderland's in Vaughan. Yeah, it's still in Ontario, but I wish I could have lined up a joke after Toronto won the CCL saying, man, I wish I could say, I'm going to Paramount Canada's Wonderland. Paramount's Canada's Wonderland instead of Disney World. But you know, nope. Because Paramount was dumb enough. My friend Paramount Viacom used to own theme parks back in the 90s and early 2000s. They had Carowinds. The Cedar Fair parks were Paramount's parks. Great America, Canada's Wonderland, Carowinds, the one in Ohio. Either way, Paramount used to own parks. There are a couple out in like Asia now, but they used to really own theme parks. Now, what happened is Viacom and CBS merged, or split, I should say. Viacom and CBS split. Then the merge happened. Either way. My bad. Split. CBS kept the parks. Viacom kept the studio and the TV, or no, actually the TV studios went to CBS. But they kept the networks and they kept the studio. CBS had no use for parks. They sold them to Cedar Fair. So by 2008, the Paramount name was off the parks. And it was just Cedar Fair Parks. All because Viacom and CBS split. And then what? About 13 years later, they remerged. Yeah, they remerged. Man, it would have been smart if they kept those parks, but no, they didn't. They didn't. Well, this one isn't Viacom's fault. This one was CBS's fault. CBS sold the parks. But Viacom owning things doesn't go as planned. They failed when they bought VidCon, and as soon as they sold it 2 years ago, it became better. Yeah. They sold it to what, like a British company? Honestly, if it ain't Paramount or the networks, it doesn't really go well. To be honest. But either way. Because, of course, when they remerged, it became Viacom, CBS, then Paramount Global, then Paramount Skydance, and then possibly Paramount Skydance Warner. All I know is I'm just glad Paramount has the CONCACAF Champions Cup rights, because maybe one day there'll be a final where Toronto's in the final, and SpongeBob is calling the final on a simulcast. That is my dream. I got the NFL ones. I need one for CONCACAF, my friends. I need one. But either way. But I mean, I'm not sure, but if Xabi gets what he wants, yeah. But we'll see. They sold VidCon to Informa, which is British Canadian, that had prior experience running popular conventions as well. Okay. How we doing, El Nini? Yeah, the Storm's going away from Charlotte. I'd say about, 15 minutes? Maybe. VidCon's actually fun and improved massively this year. There was arcade at the Convention Expo Hall. I mean, there's still a part of me. Like, I remember when VidCon was 2010 to 2013, seeing the videos from Jory, John Paula, Riley McElwain, Grace, Jack's Films, Tim De La Ghetto. I could have sworn he was there. Smosh, man, that shit looks so fun. Man, Playlist Live and VidCon, both. Man, there's a part of me that really, I know it ain't gonna be as fun as it was in the early 2010s going to VidCon if I ever did, but that's definitely a deep down dream to do. I remember when I say peak VidCon was 2010 to 2013, when the the Vlog Brothers owned it. Because guess who started it? John and Hank Green, the Vlog Brothers, yes. Or SciShow, as you might know them. I know them as the Vlog Brothers. Or one of them is the Fault in Our Stars guy. Of course, but, you know. OGs. The OGs don't go to VidCon much anymore, if at all. Let me figure that out. I don't even know yet. I got to figure it out quick, but I don't even know yet. Midweek games of these first 2 weeks, I'm not sure. It might be more Central American Cup or Caribbean Cup. I gotta see what I want to do the most. The weekend games are probably more likely because that's all there is on the weekend is Leagues Cup. Midweeks, it might be Central American Cup, it might be Caribbean Cup, it might be Leagues Cup. Maybe I'll split the difference. I don't know. I know I got to make my August. Here they go. They're coming out. They're coming out. We're coming back. Okay. I got to get that stuff ready, my August schedule. I got to get that ready. Playlist Live went broke. They ain't around no more. Oh, I know that. But I'm just saying, that was the peak. Playlist Live and VidCon around at the same time, or once each one happens in the same year, man, when Jog Wheel was there and the OGs were there, man. I remember those vlogs. I remember those vlogs so much. They did microwave show on the stage at VidCon, bro. The only thing they had on VidCon was the fact they were in a resort in Orlando. Downside, it was far from downtown, so you had to Uber or drive like you do with Disney World. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I remember seeing that. I mean, I'd love to go to VidCon just to... I know Playlist Live isn't around anymore. I would love to go to VidCon just once to say I completed a childhood dream. It wouldn't be the same as I watched the vlogs growing up. It wouldn't be the same, but at like 10, 11, 12, but dude, it would be, and it's totally different now, but it'd be like, yep, that's cool. I guess they're still showing the old MLS All Star Skills Challenge. They're about to get ready. I don't even remember that. No. That's probably what killed it. That's probably what killed Playlist Live was he went to it. That's probably what did it. Well, it's probably COVID. It was probably COVID, Ryan. I know, but blame it on Patrick. Or blame it on Jackson, my bad. Second half of the Central American Cup game's about to start. Still weather delay. Water. Cool is... Because it was February, all the black creators held black history lessons in the courtyard for everyone attending. That is cool. That is cool. Definitely tracks for 2020, but that would have been cool. That would have been cool. I do love history. I'd have been all ears. If I was there, I'd have been all ears. I do love history. I do love history. I do love history. I'd have been all ears. Second half has begun. But you know what? That does sound awesome. Somebody probably would have asked me, you know, why are you spending all your time taking in history lessons? Why wouldn't you? You're so autistic, Ryan. Yeah. Yeah. Something's different. Something's different in my brain. I love knowledge. But yes, I'm probably, yeah. Only playlist live is still a thing, bro. If I ever do, probably going to be a day where the only way I'm probably ever going to come to Seattle is if I'm a coach, is if the Pirate is called. I just hope that if that's the case, I just hope there's a chance where there's like a day where we could still be over there before we leave, because I definitely want to go to Forks. Like, if I ever go out that way to Seattle, I'm going to go to Forks. I'm going to spend a day in Forks. I'm not kidding. And you should know, Forks is a real place. It's not just, it is Twilight, and there are things related to Twilight in Forks. Like the real Twilight Diner and all that. If I'm ever in, I hope we spend an extra day over there just so I could go to Forks, spend a day in Forks. I ain't going to go out of my way to go to Seattle. 2-0 Motagua. I ain't going to go out of my way to go to Seattle. But if I'm ever coaching and I'm in Seattle, I hope I spend an extra day there just so I could spend a day in Forks before I come back home. I'm more interested in that. Does Canada stand a chance of making the Olympics? Mexico's at home. Canada can beat them. Can Canada beat them? I think we have a better chance of going to the Olympics if the USA's in the final against Canada, because, we'll go to the Olympics no matter what, because the USA's hosting the Olympics and they're already qualified. So if we play the USA in the final, we don't have to win. We just have to make the final. That's a better chance for us. USA makes the final. We'd still have to play Mexico, wouldn't we? We just have to play them in the semifinal. So we'll still have to beat them somehow. Or maybe they choke. We play somebody else. USA's on the other side. Or we play somebody else. Mexico plays USA in the semifinal. USA beats Mexico. We win our semifinal. We're in the Olympics no matter what. Basically, our best chances hope to hell that Mexico and USA play each other and USA beats them. I don't know I think we could beat the USA. I do. I think Canada could beat the USA. Mexico, on the other hand, I don't know. That's going to be tough. I think Canada's U20s can beat USA's U20s. I don't know about Mexico, though. Because it's also qualifying for the U20 World Cup that they're not qualified for. The quarterfinal winners go to the U20 World Cup and the Pan American Games. They have to be in so they can qualify for the U20 World Cup. So we're in a position as to where that they're in because they have to be for the World Cup side of things. But for the Olympics, they're already in the Olympics. So that's the tough part. That they don't need to be in this tournament for that, but they need to be in there for the World Cup. So. The weather delay should be over very soon. So, do that what you will. 2-0 to Motagua. That was last year. We already joked about that last year. 4. Pan American Games are, I think, next year or something, but 4 teams each. So the 4 teams that qualify for the Olympics are qualifying for the Pan Ams. So qualifiers qualify for both. And maybe it drops down the list if the USA doesn't want to go or something. I'm sure if Canada qualifies, they'll go for more game time together. I think the Pan Ams are 2027 as well. So U20 World Cup and Pan Ams are next year. Olympics in 28. Cruz Azul's on a generational run. See what I told you? Don't get rid of Wiki. I told you, and they didn't. They learned their lesson from last year. I told you. Don't fire the guy that won you a trophy just so you could go and headhunt for a big coach. Y'all didn't get the big coach last summer, and that bit you in the ass when you fired Vicente Sanchez. Wiki won you the league. You kept him. They won the Campeón de Campeones, and they'll be playing Miami. Wow. They learned their lesson. I'm glad. Don't fire the guy that won you something. Wow, finally, they learned their lesson. Last year, they sure didn't. They had to learn the lesson. Vicente should have been kept, but they didn't do it. Why? Because they thought they could headhunt for a better manager. Almada didn't want to go there. Getting ready for the next challenge. Here we go. Crossbar challenge is next. Oh, goalie wars. Okay, goalie wars. I don't know why, because it's a rom. I guess because of the fact it's a teen romance. You know what's funny? I've never really gotten shit for being a twihard. Weirdly enough. Like when I was in school or now, nobody really gives me shit for it. Knowing the movies front to back and being able to quote everything. Nobody gives me shit for it. Blame my mother, though. But she's the reason why, but nobody gives me shit for it, which is weird. So, goalie wars is next. The club shield, I'm just seeing what happens. So, we got Matt Freese, Maxime Crepeau, Carlos Moreno, Cruz, and McKay. So, Cruz versus McKay. Cruz versus McKay to play Carlos Moreno, and then Crepeau and Freese. Pedro Cruz from Dynamo 2. I'm watching the Caribbean Cup. Will McKay to play Carlos Moreno, Liga MX. But it's goalie wars. Who will be the champion? Crepeau and Freese play each other. Will McKay hits the balls. 127. The MLS Next Pro play in to play Moreno. Shot over the bar. And the winner of that will play the winner of Freese versus Crepeau. That's a goal for Cruz or McKay. 1-0 to McKay of Huntsville. Shot save. 1-1. Shot save. Cruz gets the ball. 57 seconds to go. Shot, goal! It's 2-1 to Pedro Cruz of Houston. Saved! He's letting him go again. 41 seconds. Goal. You should have taken it yourself. 2-2. Feels like versus attack on FIFA Mobile. Has to play the ball behind the line. Scores 3-2. 4-2 with the money ball. Oh, he's using the money ball. 4-2 with the money ball. Shot save. Has to get a regular ball. He played his money ball. Shot over the bar. He's up by 2, Pedro Cruz. With 9 seconds to go, McKay has to get 2. And I think that's going to do it. Pedro Cruz wins 4-2. And he'll play Moreno. And last hit. And that's 4-3. Will it count as 4-3 or not? Nope, 4-2. 4-2. Pedro Cruz moves on to play Carlos Moreno, Pachuca. That'll be interesting. See what the Mexican goalie does with it. Matt Freese is going to lose to Crepeau, I bet. Maximum! Boom. So it looks like the MLS goalies will go first. Maximum Crepeau. Matt Freese is bad with a ball at his feet. Matt Freese versus Maxime Crepeau. And then the winner, Pedro Cruz, will play Moreno, and the winner of that will play the MLS keeper. So it'll be a Next Pro or Mexican keeper versus an MLS keeper in the final for the championship. Crepeau versus Matt Freese. Come on, Maxime. Come on. Let's go. Will the MLS... I'm glad the MLS keepers are actually going to be in frickin' goalie wars for once. And the Mexican keeper. I'm glad. It's not just a side deal. I'm glad, finally. And Maxime Crepeau's going to go first. 1:30 on the clock. And here we go. Semifinal 1. Shot, goal! 1-0. Maximum. 2 World Cup starters against each other. Shot save. That's my Maximum Crepeau. Freeze tries to get him wild. 1-1. Saved. So wait, it's not 1-1. Matt Freeze tried to cheat. Save. Matt Freeze tried to cheat and get maximum, and it's 1-1 now. Maxime Crepeau. How's Crepeau bounce around MLS so much? I have no idea. Saved by Freeze. Freeze tried to cheat. He's going to use his money ball. Save. Crepeau has to throw it away and choose to use his money ball if he wants to. 30 seconds to go. Crepeau is up, or it's tied 1-1. He scores! 2-1. Freeze. Shot saved by Crepeau. He's going to use his money ball. Come on, Max. Shot over the bar. He wasted it. He leads by 1 with 10 seconds to go. Saved. If he scores, I think he wins. Let's get one. Over the bar. 0-0. It's over. Crepeau wins. 1-2. My World Cup champion, my World Cup starter, Maxime Crepeau, wins. Maximum Crepeau. Let's go. My World Cup starter. Get your ass out, cheater. Cheater Freeze. Tried to get him against it. Crepeau did not notice he was going to go. But he does score on his next chance. Why couldn't TFC get him? Because we're dumb. That's why. So it's going to be Carlos Moreno versus Pedro Cruz. The winner plays Crepeau for the winning of the goalie wars. The championship of the goalie wars. And then we have another challenge and then the relay. It's Carlos Moreno. Pedro Cruz. Carlos Moreno of Liga MX for Pachuca. He won the Champs Cup last year. What else is new? Yeah, exactly. Versus the MLS Next Pro keeper, Pedro Cruz. Pedro beat McKay. Can he beat Carlos Moreno to play Crepeau? Or will it be Liga MX versus MLS? We'll find out. Moreno to start. 129. Shot. Wide. Garbage. Cruz puts it over. 0-0. Shot. Goal. Moreno scores 1-0. Cruz to take the tie back. Cruz shoots. Top bins. 1-1. Shot saved. Pedro Cruz. Shot. Oh, off the bar. Tie game. And Carlos Moreno's going for his money ball. ×2. For 2 points for Carlos Moreno for 40 seconds to go. Could be a game breaker. It might just be. And Pedro Cruz going to use his money ball. Shot, ties it up, 3-3. They both make it with a money ball. Tie game. Ooh. Moreno wants to throw. Picks it up and saved. 16 seconds to go. Carlos Moreno versus Pedro Cruz, a Dynamo Dos. Over the bar. 8 seconds. Each player has 1 chance to go. Goal. And Pedro Cruz has to go quick. Scores! Tie game! Tie game! We gotta keep going. Tie game. Buzzer beater. Tie game. Buzzer beater. So we got a tie game to go again. Goalkeepers alternate shots in untimed round. If tied after both goalkeepers have shot once, the next to score wins. The goalkeeper who did not start with the ball in regulation will start in overtime. So, basically, each goalkeeper gets a shot. If it's tied, the next goalkeeper to score wins. So it will be at worst 5-4, or at most 5-4. Wait, or 6-5. 6-5. Cruz to start. He has to score to at least get it to sudden death. He has to score. Pedro Cruz. Shot saved by Moreno. If he misses, we get sudden death. If Moreno scores, it's over. Moreno versus Cruz. Saved. If Cruz scores, he wins. If Cruz scores on this shot, he wins. He does! He does! 4-5 to Pedro Cruz. He wins. Pedro Cruz versus Maxime Crepeau in the final. MLS Next Pro versus MLS. Who's it gonna be as the Goalie Wars champion? What a save. Just boom. Well, that was the time shot. Pedro Cruz versus Crepeau in the final. The buzzer beater. And then boom. Moreno got a touch to it. It's going to be kind of embarrassing if Crepeau loses to a MLS Next Pro guy. I'm going to be real. Crossbar challenge and relay. Maxime Crepeau. And the champion will be one of these guys. Crepeau or Cruz. He beat Matt Freese. Cruz has beaten 2 straight. McKay and Moreno. He had to win an extra game to get here. Crepeau had to win 1. More experience to Cruz. MLS versus Next Pro. 1:30 to go. Crepeau shot goal. 1-0 to Crepeau. Cruz. That's a goal. Tie game. I don't know why Crepeau didn't try to do anything there, but okay. 1:13. Shot goal. 2-1. 2-1. Still a single point. Has not used the golden ball over the bar. Crepeau's going to go with a single ball. Single point. 54 seconds. Kicks it. Goal. 3-1. Golden ball for Cruz. He wants to tie it. He wants to tie it. Shot over the bar. If Crepeau scores here, that's going to put this away. He's going to use the golden ball. 2 points. If he scores, that's the game breaker. Shot! Oh, wide! 30 seconds to go with a 2-goal lead for Crepeau. Shot! Off the cross. Off the post. Off the post. And Cruz gets another chance. Goal. 3-2. 11 seconds to go. Crepeau saved. 7 seconds. Cruz has one more shot. Oh no, Crepeau will get the final shot. Wide. Full time! Crepeau wins Goalie Wars! Crepeau wins Goalie Wars 3-2. Maximum Crepeau. That's what I'm talking about. Crepeau won on technicality. Pretty much. Not that I'm complaining. Not that I'm complaining. The Canadian men's national starter wins. We'll take that. We will take that. Boom. Boom. champion Maxime Crepeau. Crossbar challenge is next, and then we have the relay. And is Ocho Cinco going to give him the trophy? Goalie Wars champion Max Crepeau. Maximum Crepeau! I don't have the speed up yet. Thing yet. And he gets the trophy. He wants to celebrate with Ocho Cinco. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. I don't know if he ever thought that was going to happen for him. And the crossbar challenge is next. And then we have the relay. So I guess there's not really a score for this All-Star Skills Challenge, I guess. But MLS has won everything to win. They've won the shooting challenge. They've won the passing challenge. They've won the goalie wars. Crossbar challenge is next. I guess it's whoever hits the most crossbars from 18 yards. I guess that's what it is. Canada #1. Or should I just do 5-0? Oh, okay. So it's quarterfinals. We have Celine versus Javier Ruiz, Evander versus Ocho Cinco, Xavier Gozo versus Fernando Gorejan, Federico Pereira versus Edward Nis. So, and the winners of those quarterfinals play a semifinal, then a final. And I guess it's the person who hits the most crossbars from 18 yards out. I guess. Celine Depth versus kicked over the MLS box versus Javier Ruiz of Necaxa in the quarterfinal. Ruiz will start first. Does not. Oh, you have to hit 3 crossbars first. Okay. So it's 3 crossbars. Celine hits 1. Ruiz, it's tied 1-1. Ruiz hits 2. I don't exactly. Or is he hitting the. Or are they hitting the placard? Is that what? It's tied 1-1. Ruiz hits 2. 30 seconds to go. Celine tied it. Ruiz wins. Ruiz wins. 3-1. Javier Ruiz beats Celine in the first heat. I remember meeting Cristiano. I'll remember that as well, or that reel as well. But well, cool for her. She's on this, I guess. She loses the quarterfinal. The celebrity is out. I swear, I don't know if they're knowing how to count these damn things. So she's out. Ruiz moves on to the semis. Evander versus Ocho Cinco. Ocho Cinco versus Evander. Chad Ocho Cinco versus Evander. It's the 2 Cincinnati legends. Oh, that's why they did it. Evander versus Ocho Cinco. Cincinnati versus Cincinnati. That's why they did it. Oh, well, what do you know? And Evander hits the crossbar. 1-1. Ocho Cinco ties it. Evander gets a second. I think he did, at least. And Evander, I think, got... Was that Evander? It's tied 1-1. 2-1. And Evander wins. Evander wins 3-1. To a quarterfinal against Ruiz, or a semifinal against Ruiz. Evander. Evander beats Ocho Cinco. I'm not surprised. Ocho! Ocho! So that's our first semifinal. Evander versus Ruiz. So the two celebrities are out. The streets remember when Ocho Cinco brought McDonald's to an interview with NFL Network in Miami. Xavier Gozo is next. Xavier Gozo versus Fernando Gorehan. And Gorehan hits the crossbar first. Gozo sends it over. It's 1-0. Gozo hits a crossbar. It's tied. Or not. What? Hit! Gozo hits a second. Gozo hits a third. No. How the shit does this count? I feel like your sensors are off. Gorehan has not hit any. Gorehan's hit one. Gozo's hit a third. Okay. Gozo wins. Xavier Gozo wins to a semifinal. This shit don't make sense. It hit the crossbar. I swear there's been ones that hit crossbars that haven't been counted. I swear. I feel like these damn... Whatever. And that means there's one more crossbar challenge for a quarterfinal. Gozo. And here we go. Federico Pereira and Edward Nis. Toluca versus North Texas. Javier Ruiz will play Evander. And it is Federico Pereira. Federico Pereira versus Edward Nis for the final quarterfinal. Pereira misses. Nis misses. Somebody hit the crossbar? I think it's 1 to Edward. Yes. 2 to Edward. 3 to Edward. He wins. Wait, no? I thought he hit it. But he's got 2. Pereira ain't got any. Now Pereira's got 1. He hit it. He hit it. Edward wins. Edward Nis beats Pereira. So MLS, Liga MX, MLS Next Pro. So 2 MLSers, 1 Next Pro player, and 1 Mexican player have moved on to the semifinals. Okay. Does Next Pro count as an MLS win? MLS Next Pro is snatching Liga MX's chain. It is Ruiz versus Evander. First semifinal. Javier beat Celine in Heat 1. Evander beat Ocho Cinco in Heat 2. Evander versus... Oh, that's a Canada jersey, ain't it? Evander versus Ruiz. Can we get an MLS win here? Evander hit the crossbar. 2 crossbars for Evander. I guess not. He hit a crossbar there, though. Tied. Over. Hits the placard. Ruiz hit 2. Evander hit a second, and Ruiz wins. Ruiz to the final. First Liga MX player in a final the whole way through. Javier Ruiz will be playing for a championship. MLS Next Pro really came to play. Evander's finally been beaten today. I think this thing is off. So we got Xavier Gozo versus Edouard Nis to go to the final to play Javier Ruiz of Necaxa for the winner of this crossbar challenge. Xavier Gozo versus defeated Gorehan. Nis defeated Pereira. And the winner goes to the final. Will it be RSL or North Texas? Gozo or Nis? Gozo. 56 seconds to go. Gozo hits. 1-0 to Gozo. Tied. Edouard gets a second, and Gozo got a second. It's a shootout. Who hits it first? And it's Gozo! Gozo versus Pereira for the Crossbar Championship. Crossbar Challenge Championship. And then we got the relay to finish this off. I feel like they're doing less falderall and bullshit, but they kind of have to because of the rain delay, don't they? Kind of have to, don't they? Either way, we will review this skills challenge once it's over. And we'll be back tomorrow for the All-Star game. And it's going to be Ruiz. Can Liga MX finally win one versus Xavier Gozo? Javier Ruiz versus Xavier Gozo. Well, they got similar first names, don't they? Necaxa versus RSL. Who expected that? Either way. Who gonna win? Will MLS continue the clean sweep? Or will Liga MX get a trophy? It's 1-0. Javier Ruiz has one. Gozo sends it over the placard. Hits the placard. Over the placard. 2-0. And he gets it! Ruiz wins the crossbar challenge. There you go. It's on Apple TV. Apple TV, just like the All-Star game. And Ruiz wins 3-0. Yeah, that was... So we got a Liga MX champion of a challenge. First ever solo challenge Liga MX champion, Javier Ruiz of Necaxa. Gets a trophy. Good for him. And we got the relay to finish it off. We got the relay to finish it off. 3-0 to Motagua. Moya scored. 3-0 to Motagua. And Kazuma Okamoto just tied Eric Hinsky's rookie record for Blue Jays home runs as a rookie. 24 home runs. Okamoto, by the way. 3-0 to Motagua. 85th. 4-0, actually. Moya has a fourth. It's 4-0 to Motagua. Okay, that looks about right. In that case, I can't watch. You don't have Apple TV? Liga MX finally won something. And, of course, there's a technical difficulty while they're at it. Of course. Of course! Jackasses. That's called a... Yep, it's the MLS logo for me. It's the MLS logo for me. What a joke. Apple TV, of course. I mean, I can't get mad at the rain delay. That's whatever. But, Jesus Christ. Oh, Alphonso Davies got married. Well, good for him. Jamal Musiala was there. But good for Davies. Good for Davies. Oh, none of the Canada teammates were there, even though he plays for Bayern. I don't like, hey, you know what? I don't like he plays for Bayern either. I wish he would leave Bayern. That would be awesome. But, it's exactly like Dak Prescott with the Cowboys. We've said it before. I'll say it again. Davies at Bayern's like Dak with the Cowboys. I don't like the Cowboys, but I got to root for him for Dak. Same thing with Davies. I don't like Bayern, but I got to root for him for Davies because it's a lot of things. Well, it's called MLS Next Pro players beat Liga MX players at All Star Skills games. It's more of a joke than anything serious, but okay. Take it seriously. Take it seriously. I was making fun of the skills challenge or the fact that Liga MX is doing so bad at the skills challenge, all their players have been beaten by Next Pro players. That shouldn't be happening. If you're so good, y'all got your chain snatched. We ain't even going to be able to see the relay. How long has Apple TV worked with MLS? Is this like the 4th year? What the hell are y'all doing? 23, 24, 25, 26, number 4 days. Oh, Vladdy's injured. Of course. Maybe they could finally put him on the DL. And Washington's winning 8-3 over the Blue Jays. Yeah, we're selling. Sell! Next month. Backyard baseball's returning next month. Probably, yes. They're not going to fire him by Friday. If they were going to fire him, they would have fired him on the weekend. So do with that what you will. He was going to get fired. He would have got fired on the weekend. He's going to be coaching that game. Probably more than just that game, but I hope, since we have a 2-week Leagues Cup break because we didn't make the tournament, hopefully we get our ass whipped and he gets fired that day or the day after. And no, don't hire Ronaldo Rueda, call the Pirate. It don't mean shit if you don't call the Pirate. Because what's the point of firing Fraser to hire somebody else who's just as much of a joke? Or also the fact that it doesn't matter if they ain't creative and they ain't amazing and they ain't smart and genius and they just do the same shit we normally do. It's still insanity. I don't care. Did Reynaldo Rueda take Honduras to the World Cup? No, he's washed. I say that because he was at a TFC game back in the summer before the World Cup in May, I think. There's a good rumor of that then, I guess. So, fire Fraser. 5-0 Motagua. I've been calling for a new manager since last year, okay? Yes. I'm probably covering the Jamaica game on Friday. I'm not covering their game tomorrow because MLS All-Star game's being played, and that matters more. Well, unless Apple TV gets their shit together. But I'm sure Apple TV will get their shit together for tomorrow, yeah? Fraser's a butt of the joke. Whole campaign. Everything. I'll do all their knockout games. I'll do their Jamaica game. I'm not doing their next game. So everything but the next game. Because of the All-Star game. So. Hell. If I'm doing 5 or 6 games, more people are going to watch the All-Star game. Yeah, but I don't think Toronto... Here's the problem with them. I don't think they really truly care as long as it's got to be bad. Hey, they certainly ain't going to fire him after he wins a match. Like, what's the point of firing a guy now? You're going into a match and you didn't fire him on the weekend. Oh, we got screwed on. They shouldn't have been a penalty called against us. I mean, yeah, they did admit that. AKA whatever. Whoever. Ah. Either way. This holds on for 2 minutes. I'm going to take a short break. I get that, though. If I'm doing 5 out of 6 games, if they go to the final, that's pretty good. The game that means the most is the quarterfinal. Let's be real. When it comes to Canada. And now they're showing the old skills challenge. How long we going to wait? Jesus Christ. Is the review going to become a, hey, some more tea to spill on who? Spill the tea. Spill the tea. Spill it. I'll take a break. I'll be back in a second. We are back. Your ex. We went to Target to talk about the relationship. We were shopping. All of a sudden, she hugs you in the middle of the store for 30 seconds on a Saturday night. She still loves you, though, I guess. That's what that sounds like to me. Okay. I don't know. That either could be great or that could be not what. I don't know. Technical difficulties. Yep. Nice. Okay, they're back. They're back at the skills challenge. Jesus Lord. Here we go. Well, at least we're back at the skills challenge. The relay. Here comes the relay. The MLS versus Liga MX relay challenge. This is new. The ball comes out of the ball launcher, zone 2. So it is a shooting challenge in the relay. And each player has to shoot to get points. And they move and they get a money ball. And they go into zone 3. So it's touch, sends into zone 2. Goalie gets to throw it into a target. They go to zone 4. Cross and volley. So this is where cross and volley comes in. Or is it Olympico? Okay, an Olympico. And each player has to do an Olympico over the mannequins. And then it's a crossbar relay. Okay. And I guess, okay, so relay challenge. So, and I guess it's timed. Timed relay. Orlando City are in semifinals. Also, Colorado, St. Louis City are in semifinals. Crew in Orlando and St. Louis and Colorado, yes. I say Orlando, St. Louis final, and Orlando wins, probably. Yeah, that's my guess. Here we go. Relay. And we'll be finished after this. Thankfully, there ain't much else to do. And I guess there's a time limit for each zone, or there's a time. I guess each league will set a time, and the team with a better time wins. A considerable amount of coverage. Well, there's also some called Caribbean Cup and Central American Cup are still going on. And Leagues Cup, well, Leagues Cup will be playing during Open Cup. And Can Champ's still being played. And there's the ball being launched, and it's brought down. And here they go. They go in for the shooting challenge. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 5 points. They got to clear it. So you have to hit one target at least. Ruiz plays it on to the touch challenge. Moreno misses the throw. 30 seconds. Moreno gets his target. Moreno going to help Pereira. And he's in. 48 seconds. Liga MX. Ball crossed in, and it's not Olympicoed off the post. And that's going to go in. So they've got one Olympico. 2 Olympico. They get to clear the ball into the relay circle. And that's the crossbar. Crossbar. 1:34 for Liga MX. 1 minute 34. For the win, can MLS win the relay challenge? 1 minute 34 for Liga MX on the relay. MLS has to do their relay within 1:30. They have to get their relay done within 1:33. But there are still Can Champ games to be covered. And Forge is still in there, by the way. I'm also a Forge fan. I don't give a crap. I mean, I care about the Open Cup because St. Louis is there, but not as much as I do Can Champ. I've always cared more about the Canadian Championship because that's my team's tournament. I don't care if they're in there or not. And Forge is in there, so they're going to use Freeze as the guy for this. Okay. So, do with that what you want. But Can Champ is my tournament. Open Cup's yours. MLS doesn't even give a shit about the Open Cup because they'd rather do the Leagues Cup. At least the MLS teams in Canada are forced to do the Canadian Championship because they wouldn't let. Because MLS wouldn't let their teams not play. How are we doing? Probably you'll beat Toronto by a touchdown. And here comes MLS. They need to do this within 133 to win the relay challenge and get 4 out of 5 challenges towards them. And the ball will be launched for the first touch into zone. And Evander brings it down and takes it to zone 2. And here comes the shooting challenge. They get 1. Musa. Oh, my God. They have 116. Musa. He's going to choke. Musa choking. 1:08 to go, and he gets it. There we go. We can move on. Gozo passes it on. 1 minute to go. Or no, that wasn't Musa. Well, at least he did his part. Freeze. Jesus Christ, they can't do this, can they? Throw the damn ball. Well, too much power. Not enough power. He can't get it in there. Okay, there you go. Move it. Wrong ball, you idiot. They're not going to do this. They're going to lose. They're going to lose. They're going to lose. Carles! Olympico challenge. He gets his Olympico. Or not. Muller. 2 Olympicos. They broke the rules, but whatever. You need a crossbar each. Yeah, they're not going to get it. MLS. Time up it! Time up it! Liga MX wins. So 3-2 to MLS. Mora is not there. No. Liga MX wins the relay challenge. MLS sold. Yeah, they sure did. That's called a sell job, yeah. Time up there. Oh, Son. Oh, my bad. He was doing as bad as Petar Musa did. I didn't realize that was Son. Jesus. Why did they should have put Petar Musa on that challenge. Could have been worse. Freeze sold. Yeah, he sold. Son sold. Freeze sold. Petar Musa actually didn't do bad. He hit his on the first time. Muller hit 2 of the Olympicos, and they let them break the rules, and they still couldn't get any crossbars off. What a joke. And they have a horrible touch as well. Liga MX blew every challenge. Except the relay, guys. Except the relay. Well, and the crossbar. But. And I thought Liga MX looked bad. So. MLS still won more challenges, though. So, what is the way you want to put this? Did MLS win the skills challenge because they won more challenges? Or did Liga MX win it because they won the team relay? How do you want to put this? I don't know how exactly to put it, to be honest. MLS still won 3-2. I don't know how exactly they're going to call this. 3-2. 1, 2, 3. No, it was 3-2 in challenges. Goalie Wars was a challenge. So if there was no rain delay and no technical difficulties, this would have been done in under 2 hours. But because there was a rain delay and technical difficulties, tomorrow's the All-Star game, played at 7 p.m. Central. Coverage starts at 6. And that's it. Honestly, to get Fraser fired, I agree. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Hit that hype button to put stuff in the algorithm. Hit that join button to become a member. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlists. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this. And I will see you tomorrow for the MLS All-Star game and Central American Cup games on Thursday. There you go. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you within the hour. Then I'll see you tomorrow. With that being said, I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.